Okay, today's video is going to be about journaling, and journaling is not a new topic on this channel. I have two videos I've already made on the topic of journaling. The first video was on why I started journaling. The second video was on how I go about it so that it is easier for me. The reason I'm making a third video on journaling is because my perspectives on it have changed after doing a bit of reading and really just engaging with it quite a bit. I've started to realize that whatever my previous thoughts in the past two videos on journaling have completely changed. And I think I have a little bit more insight into what journaling really is for and the purpose and the role it plays in my life. The reason that my perspective on journaling this time round has changed yet again is because I read an article by Robin Sharma, and the title of this article was called "The Three-Step Process to Success." Now, in that article, Robin Sharma identifies three things that really should exist in order for you to find success. And the first one is awareness. The second one is decisions, and the third is impact. And the thing that caught my attention most was on the ways that Robin Sharma talked about finding awareness. Now, Robin Sharma says that there are two ways that you can find your awareness. The first one is reading as many books as possible. Books are the hub for most of the knowledge that we have in the world. So reading them makes you aware about different things, gives you insight into different topics and things that are happening around the world. But the second one was, and this is really where my perspective changed, the best way to find your awareness is through journaling. Really finding the time to put your thoughts down and to think through them and, do a mental dump every day of the things that you're going through, of the way you're seeing things, of the things that you're learning. All of this, kind of makes you aware of what's going on in your life. I have been journaling for the past 3 years, not as consistently, but most of that time I have been journaling. The thing about journaling is that the way I have been journaling is I have been putting in entry after entry after entry after entry. And for some reason, I thought that journaling was about finishing the journal, and that by the time I would finish my journal, I would finally have understood myself somehow. And I did this in a video which is called Small Steps, Small Wins, or something of the sort. I don't remember that. But I talked about it and I really felt good about finishing this particular journal that I had. But the thing about finishing that journal is I knew very little about myself at the time. I didn't know the things that I was going through at the time. I didn't really understand who I was. And I really didn't have the awareness of the things that were happening in my life at all. I think at this point it is necessary for me to come clean and say that I honestly thought that awareness would manifest itself in form of a headache. Let's just go on because that was embarrassing. At the beginning of 2021, I tried to be intentional about really trying to understand what awareness really meant and really try to be intentional about finding that awareness. The Merriam-Webster definition of awareness is knowledge and understanding that something is happening or exists. From this definition of awareness, I think it is clear to see that awareness in itself is not a physical manifestation. Awareness is more of a process of acquiring knowledge and understanding about the things that exist and that are happening in, different areas of your life. But there was one question that I was really struggling with, because over the past 3 years that I've been journaling, I have been able to fill, 8 journals. So I have 8 journals worth of my thoughts, and my experiences. So why is it that even with all of these journals filled, I still didn't know myself? why was it that even with all those journals sitting there, I just didn't know who I was. I just didn't completely understand why some things were happening the way they were happening. What was it about? Why was this being recommended as a way of finding knowledge and understanding, yet I didn't have this knowledge and understanding? The answer to this question came to me from both Robin Sharma and from another author. If you remember, just earlier in this video, I mentioned that one of the ways of finding awareness is through regular and consistent reading. So I was reading another book, and that's where the answer to my question came from. And I quote what the author of this particular book said. He says this: reread your diary, flip back through your sketchbook. When you have a system for going back through your work, you can better see the bigger picture of what you have been up to and what you should do next. So it is after going through this text that Austin Kleon had written that I realized for 3 years I had been so focused on just filling my journals with different entries about my days and my experiences, and really not taken the time to go back into them. I had not taken the time to really go back to my early days and just look at all the things that I was going through. Yeah, so I did not have a picture of whom I was and whom I was becoming. So it became very clear to me at that instant after reading this that this process of just going back to reread those journals, going back into, I have sketch journals where I sketch drawings and stuff like that. It is only by going back into them that I can sort of see where I was and whom I was becoming. And everything in between would give me the knowledge and understanding of the happenings in my life. This is the reason I wanted to make this video. I think at the end of the day is awareness is not achieved through one particular path. It's not just reading many books. It's not just journaling, but it is a combination of the two things. It is reading the things that you need to or consistently, and journaling on a regular. But even with journaling, we need to have a process or a routine of going back into what we journal so that we can kind of see the things that we're experiencing and see the things that are happening within us. And that way we are then able to make decisions on how to go about certain issues and how to go about certain areas in our lives. And hopefully that gives you some results that are impactful. And finally, hey, success, my friends. I hope that this video was really helpful. I hope that this video gave you some insight into journaling. If you've been journaling before and you stopped like I did some time back, I hope this can sort of help you get back into the rhythm, because you need to be very aware about the things that are going on with you. But other than that, thank you for watching. For the first time, I'm going to ask you to like my videos. Do hit the like button. I am planning to put out a little bit more content on creativity and how to harness it, and photography and filmmaking and other things that I'm planning to do. And so I'd really want you to subscribe and sort of join in on this journey with me. And yeah, I guess that's that. Mini konanja. Bye. I'm going to eat.